Hello, it's Wednesday the Witch. First off, I would like to start this video by saying that no matter what your religious views are, no matter what your religion is, I don't really care. I fully respect that. I'm not going to judge you on yours, so please do not judge me on mine. Um, Many people ask me, like, am I religious, or am I a Satanist, or like, am I a Wiccan, or do I believe in God? So this video is to kind of explain all of my like religious views. No, I am not a Christian. Um, I am not quite for sure if God or Satan or heaven or hell even exists. But if it did, many of you are not going to like what I'm about to say. But God is not a God that I would ever want or choose to worship. In my opinion, he is not love, as many people may say that God is love. I don't agree with that. I don't see God as being love. That's kind of like where, like, the whole Antichrist thing comes into play. Many people get confused on the Antichrist and being Antichrist. I am not the Antichrist. I've had people ask me that or tell me that. No, I am not the Antichrist. If you want to know what the Antichrist is, look it up. I really don't really feel like explaining it in this video. However, I do consider myself to be Antichrist. I consider myself to be Antichrist because I am simply against Christianity. I don't agree with it. I don't want anything to do with it. Simply because of I would much rather be a sinner than a slave. I would much rather live my life how I want to live my life rather than be a slave to a book or to a God that we're not even for sure exists or not. As long as I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not doing anything morally wrong, I'm gonna do what I want. You know, the Bible just has so many rules and so many things that are considered sins, and it's just so ridiculous to me. Like, sex before marriage, I don't agree with that. And obviously, I've done that. And apparently, according to the Bible, unless I ask for forgiveness, I'm probably going to go to hell for that. And if that's the case, I guess I'm going to hell. If it exists, because I am not going to ask for forgiveness to any God. Like, I am responsible for my own actions and my own choices. That's entirely up to me. I don't need permission or forgiveness from any God or from any figure. Another thing is the Ten Commandments. Why the fuck is rape not mentioned in the Ten Commandments? Anyone with any common sense would know that rape is not okay. You're not supposed to do that. You are not supposed to rape anyone. However, that's not mentioned in the Bible, and there is actually a scripture in the Bible that, in my opinion, kind of condones and supports rape. That scripture is Numbers 31:17. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. But all the women's children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, does that mean go and kill the mother and father and then save the virgin children for yourself? I mean, it may not mean that, but that's my interpretation of it, and that's how I look at it, and no one is going to ever change my views on that. Another thing, the Bible clearly states many of times that men are superior to women. Corinthians 14:34, women should remain silent in the churches. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission, as the law says. Hell no. If I want to speak, I'm going to speak, whether it's in church or not in church. Sorry, not sorry. Another thing, violence, domestic violence. Exodus 21:20. Anyone who beats their male or female slave, because God referred to the woman as a man's slave, must be punished if the slave dies as a direct result, but they are not to be punished if the slave recovers after a day or two, since the slave is their property. So basically that's saying it's okay to beat the shit out of your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, as long as they live, and as long as they're okay the next day. That's not okay. Anyone with any common sense should know that that is not fucking okay. Another thing that I don't understand, Ted Bundy, for example, a confirmed murderer of over 30 women, would be sent directly to heaven after his execution because he asked God for forgiveness and confessed his sins before his execution. Yet someone like Bill Gates, an atheist, who has donated millions of dollars to global health, to education, and many other charities, will be sent directly to hell, according to the Christian doctrine. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. How someone who murdered so many just innocent women would be rewarded and sent to heaven just because he looked up at the sky and is like, God, please forgive me of my sins. Please don't punish me for what I've done. But just because someone like Bill Gates that doesn't believe in him, but has done so many great things on this earth, is going to be punished and sent to hell. I don't agree with that. I don't support that whatsoever. Also, most Christians, they refuse to recognize and accept all of God's evil deeds. They only look at the good, not the bad. I've read the Bible many of times. I've studied it thoroughly. Like anytime I mention something to a Christian about like a murder that God committed or something evil that he had done, they're always like, well, that was in the Old Testament. Like things have changed. Like it's not the same anymore. Well, where are you getting that information from? Where did it ever state that we should not still pay attention to the Old Testament? Like, is there anything that says that we should not even mind the Old Testament at all? Should we just pretend that it never even existed? Because it did exist, and that's where all of God's evil acts happened. And people only just want to say that like that's not the case anymore. Like things have changed, and it hasn't. God never stated that anything changed from the Old Testament to the New. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Christianity and religion. Like I said, I'm not judging anyone. If you're a Christian, good for you. Believe what you want to believe in. I totally respect that, and I would never like say anything to you to upset you or anything. And please don't say anything negative to me about my views on religion.